Hi, this is Natalie Lander, voice of Kinsey, Tara Branford, Stargirl, and many others. You are listening to a W2Mnet podcast. You can visit W2Mnet.com for other podcasts about entertainment, video games, sports, and wrestling.
TheChairShot.com. Always use your head.
Konnichiwa!
Konnichiwa!
All right, hello everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Talk to Keki. We have a lot to talk about, and this is probably going to be how long this lasts. We have no idea until we got canceled. We'll figure it out. I'm Matthew, your host for the evening, and to join me is another podcaster, the Kohai of the anime podcast, Ethan. What's going on?
Am I really a Kohai, bro? Like,
I am the senpai here, damn it.
Bro, I don't know, bro. Whatever.
I'm like Uramichi Oni-san. I'm gonna choke you.
No, chill. No, that is not our dynamic, sir. Incorrect. Okay, you want to be Uramichi? That's fine. I'll be Takeru. Takeru Oni-chan. In case you haven't realized, this is one of our favorite animes of the season, which I haven't. I am behind. I didn't get a chance to watch yesterday's episode, so I am behind.
Oh, it is so good though. This is easily in my top 5 for the season.
Oh, and it probably is in my top 5 as well. Right now, and we'll talk about it in a little bit. Fucking remake is my number 1, but in any case, let's just go ahead and get started before our sponsors fucking get angry. You're taking too long, man.
I know. Wrap it up. Rapido. Okay.
And that's all, folks. Have a good night.
All right, we're done. Goodbye. All right. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about. Not a lot of time. Let's get right down to it. Unfortunately, I did not watch The Stranger by the Shore due to time restraints on work.
Mm-hmm.
So because of this, I'm going to try to hold it off till Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Because my job sucks. It picked up because Amazon's a piece of shit.
Fuck Jeff Bezos.
He's in space. I don't do a GoFundMe so I can go to space and slap him. I'll do it like that. That'd be fine with me. But anyway, we have watched another movie. We're gonna talk about that. Words bubble up like soda pop. Soda pop.
That's such a good movie.
It's available on Netflix worldwide. We are happy to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan has been gushing about it. He's been creaming his jeans for it.
And I don't know about that.
Secretly, probably. Anyway, let's have you rave about it for us.
For the people. For you lovely people, all 10 of you that listen. No, I'm just kidding. There's a little bit more than you guys. A little more than 10. We think. In any case, words bubble up like soda pop. Matthew, let me ask you right off the bat. Do you think the boy, the protagonist of the movie, do you think he's on the autistic spectrum or no?
Who, Cherry?
Yeah.
I didn't see this socially awkward.
Okay.
And he uses the headphones to channel out and calm himself by talking in haiku.
Yeah, like, I don't know. There are aspects of it that, to me, made it feel like he might be on the spectrum. Like, he may be high-functioning.
Well, I don't know, but you figured they would have talked about it, too.
Maybe. Yeah, perhaps. Yeah. It might be subtle. I mean, there are cases nowadays where people don't realize that they're on the spectrum until they're much older. And when they realize it, they're like, holy shit, this makes total sense why I felt this way half my life. So, I don't know. I had that thought. But in any case, the story follows a 16-year-old, I think he's 16, named Cherry. Cherry is, as Matthew alluded to, very socially awkward. He doesn't express himself well. The only way he expresses himself is through haikus. And basically, he's working a summer job at an old folks' home in a mall. I believe it's in Oda Prefecture, right? If I was not,
I believe so.
In Oda Prefecture, in Japan, obviously. So, in any case, so the story follows him as he works his job, and through a chance encounter through one of his friends, who is basically a shoplifter at the mall that he works at. Through a chance encounter, he meets a girl named Smile. Smile is a year younger than him, and she is a influencer. She's a social media influencer. However, she's super duper self-conscious about the fact that she has buck teeth. She was basically kind of like an idol-esque person, and she realized when she had her insecurity, she wears a mask, she got braces and all of that. So the story follows them as they fall in love, and you see the various ups and downs of teen love and social awkwardness. And one of the main things that helps build this love is one of the old men that Cherry takes care of. I forget his name now. Do you remember his name?
Oh, the older gentleman.
Yeah, the old man. Yeah, the old man. I can look it up. Give me a second. I can look it up, but
Okay.
I
Anyway, but as we go for that,
yeah, Fujiyama. So he takes care of a man named Fujiyama who owns a record store, and he's missing one particular record. Um, and Yamasakura is what it's called. The record is called Yamasakura, and that's a central theme of the series, of Yamasakura. And so they're basically throughout the summer they fall for each other, and as they're closing the record shop because obviously Fujiyama-san is old, they try to find the record, and you see the tale of basically them trying to put pieces together to try and find the record, and what happens if they find the record, and all of that. So it's basically a story. In terms of watching it for me, I thoroughly enjoyed it. There were so many different aspects of the movie that I enjoyed. The musical composition, which is again one of the focal points of the show of the movie, is stupendous in my opinion. It's very very well done. It helped every musical choice helps elevate the theme of that particular scene, whether that be sadness, happiness, quirkiness, affection, disappointment. Everything coincided together very well. The animation was also very unique. It's done in that Netflix style animation, so it looks a little bit. If anybody has seen Great Pretender, that animation style is similar to what you'll see in Words Bubble Up Like a Soda Pop, except it also mixes in the movie style anime that everybody's more closely accepting of, like from the shows like Your Name and things like that, where you see vivid pictures um and different scenes where you get a whole area, a large area, and it's very detailed, very, very specific in terms of what you're looking at in particular. And it's unique because it mixes in with that Great Pretender style anime, I think, and it looks very nice. And the other thing that this, because if you think of the story, words bubble up like a soda pop, especially if you look at the animation as well, it's bright, it's vivid, it's full of very poppy colors, yellows, blues, pinks, very very astute colors that really like show up and are very pronounced on your screen. So those are things that I all enjoyed. But of course, everybody watches a movie for the story, and the story is great. Again, the way I described it may not do it justice, but just on principle of the fact that you see the socially awkward boy and the struggles he goes through to break out of his shell, and the girl who's really self-conscious about herself but finds herself slowly but surely falling for him and falling for him. And then you see the moments where there's disappointment between the two, misunderstandings and miscommunications that lead to really sad moments where you see both of them just cry and be upset. It really gets to you. And then anything I think involving old people will always get me, because I miss my grandparents, and I think anybody
right,
out there who loves old people will think about their family members or older folk that have affected them or been a part of their lives. The dynamic with Yamazaki, I'm sorry, Fujiyama, my bad. Fujiyama.
right,
Fujiyama is very, very touching. It really it rings deep where you see a man who is missing this record. And the record, and I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody out there, but the record means so much, so much, so much to that old man. And what happens when, and I'll spoil this, they do find the record eventually. When they find the record and what happens, and then like there's a twist when they find the record, and the twist is like, no, what the fuck? And you get like upset watching it. Not like, yeah, boohoo upset, but like just you get like your heart breaks when that thing happens, pun intended.
right,
And um to see how he overcomes that, how the gang overcomes that, and it sets up the finale, and the finale is beautiful. Everything about that finale to me was great. Art, music, animation, storytelling, beautiful. And one of the most amazing things, I don't know if I can call this a spoiler, but one of the most amazing things is the haikus that you see throughout the movie. There's a final haiku, and it ties everything so perfectly together, and goddamn, it really is really really good shit, dude. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was crying like a baby. I mean, I cry easily, but I was crying like a baby watching this movie. I gave it 5 stars just on principle of the fact that it made me so emotional and it made me so happy watching this movie. It's a movie with a happy ending. So for those who don't like sad endings, don't worry. You're gonna get a nice, fulfilling ending. I really wish this was kind of done in like an anime style because I would love to see more of what happens with Cherry and Smile because of the circumstance for Cherry. There's a circumstance involving Cherry that really puts things into perspective and really strains the relationship between the two. So I would love to see what happens after the fact. Like, do they stay together? Or does he move back? Like this, and I guess that's one of the beauties of anime is where you can have these questions and you can have fan opinions and fan ideas, and you see like the fan made pictures of them like when they're older with kids and whatever the fuck. Like, but just stuff like that. I really wish we could see something further, or I wish there was more to this story. But just as it is, it's fantastic to me, and I gave it 5 stars. I know you didn't like it as much, so I'll let you explain why that is. But just a button on a wonderful fucking movie. Just I can't recommend it enough, especially if it's on Netflix. Netflix is so widely available. It's not something
Right.
that you have to torrent. It's not something you have to go to the movie theater. It's on there, and it's short. It's only an hour and a half. It's not one of these long movies that's going to drag and drag and drag. It's very direct, and it's a very good movie.
All right. I didn't dislike it, but I just didn't love it as much as you did.
Mhm.
It's still enjoyable to me. That's why I gave it a 3.5.
That's so just 3.5 seems so meh. It's a good score, but it just seems meh.
I mean, if we did quarter, it would have been 3 3 3/4. But I'm doing half, and
all right.
yeah, it's just one of those. Like we know, at the end of the day, that's the story of self confidence for the kids,
Mm-hmm.
like Cherry and Smiles. But
Mm-hmm.
but it's more the fact that I've seen that already and better. Like I saw better compared to that. Everything else is good though outside of
Tell
the
me
anime.
something better than that so I can watch it because I don't know.
I'll tell you this. It's off the top of my head, but I'm saying like in general, it's stuff that raises self confidence. I'll tell you later. Is this I guess
Okay,
on my tongue in terms of names, but it's like one of those like I've seen it. Like you see this in shows, you see this in series, you see this in just
yeah,
about anything. Like again, raising self confidence type of thing,
yeah.
the overcoming it. It's just the fact that it was done in an hour and a half or less. It's just okay in a sense. But
Nice.
I did like the whole twist of like he's moving distant hell type of thing. So it just
Mm-hmm.
became like a big point, like where the parents says, "Hey, we're moving." It's like you can't do this to me. That type of thing.
But
It
he
just,
knew. That's the thing.
as I said, I like it. I liked it like this. I said I thought this part was better.
Spoiler alert: the dynamic is that he's moving in between this whole
Yeah,
summer of love. So
yeah.
thanks, Matt.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yes. Okay. We spoil the series in general. We spoil shows in general as recaps. So.
I know, but when it comes to movies, I try not to like. I
Well,
try not to.
that's right. That was the only. This was just the only thing I was gonna say. So.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Anyway, you knew it was moving. This nothing. This was
Mm-hmm.
nothing that was discussed
Mm-hmm.
like by the parents telling him like it was already set in stone.
Yeah.
So that part I liked. It made it seem like what was gonna happen between them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is he gonna change his mind? Are the families gonna change his mind later on, or is this they're moving, not coming back? What's the
Mm-hmm.
relationship gonna be with the girl?
Mm-hmm.
But Smile obviously had a crush on Cherry, and while Cherry, excuse me, while Cherry was just like, didn't give her a concrete answer, but she still assumed it was a yes for how he was acting.
Yeah, no, that was
That
really sad, and I was like, oh, there's so many points that are just like no, or like it's kind of not cringy, like cringy upsetting, but cringy, like oh no, like I don't know, it's hard. I'm trying to like say it where you can visualize it versus looking at me making the face that I want to like
right.
you know produce, but
Anyway, like I said, the like where the depression part happens, like at the when they find the thing.
mm-hmm.
Like it felt predictable. As soon as I saw it was worked, I was like, this is what's going.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as you saw that the record was not the same,
Yeah,
it was like, oh no. And you can have a feeling, and she was doing.
and the facts where you found it in the room way before, they're like, oh shit, how did we miss it? Type of thing.
I don't know.
I saw I saw glizzards. Like okay, I see now. I put the puzzles together after that.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I just enjoyed the story of like, you know,
I know. It's, like I said, that's perfectly fine. I just thought if you like watch it as a movie, it's just generic and nothing new. But in terms of animation stuff like that, it's solid.
it's great. And like I said, I appreciated the story more than you did, I think. But I mean, with everything else that the movie does when it comes to animation, visualizations, the musical composition, it's all above average in my opinion. Like, there's no way you could say that that's average. It's definitely above average, and as far as I'm concerned, in
Yeah.
comparison to a lot of other series. And you know,
It,
at the
it,
end of
it it's still worth watching.
for sure, especially if you appreciate a story where if anybody has like self doubts about themselves, confidence issues about themselves, anybody that experiences social anxiety or any type or doubts themselves in any way, this is a great story for you to be able to see and appreciate, character development and growth. It's just something that they really, especially with Cherry and Smile specifically, the character development was really, really, really well done for them.
But yeah, overall, like I said, outside that, it was enjoyable. You loved it. I say it's worth at least one viewing. See for yourself. Also,
Yeah.
what's with that kid in the skateboard? He could have died. That was like that
Yeah,
whole.
I was like, at the beginning, for those who haven't watched it, you're gonna see a skateboard scene, and in my opinion, I think that's probably one of the most unreal, like unbelievable, not unbelievable, like oh my god, unbelievable, unbelievable, like get the fuck out of here, that you'll ever see in anime. And there's a lot of crazy shit you'll see in anime, and I believe that more than I believe this kid fucking on a skateboard, falling 4 stories and not breaking any limbs, and staying on the skateboard and continuing riding.
Yeah,
Like
like
no,
this
motherfucker.
man ain't Jackie Chan.
You should have a blown knee, a broken ankle, a fucking cracked tibula,
People injured.
something, people injured, like something, and all you ended up
Yeah.
was with a ripped fucking head off of a fucking off of a life size figurine or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck,
that and a mask fell off.
and a mask fell off. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, yeah, he should have been hospitalized. People should have been suing the mall.
Yep, yep.
I was like, what the hell? What the fuck?
That was totally fucking unbelievable. It was like Jackass met anime met God or something.
No, it was
I
Jackie
don't
Chan
even know.
Adventures when he was being chased around by those goons. That's what it was. And they won't leave him alone because he's such a nice guy.
Yeah, dude. Like that was not it, dude. That was not the wave. So, anything else?
No, I think moving on.
All right, let's go ahead and move on. Please watch it, guys. Please, please, please watch it.
Alrighty, we're gonna talk about something I watched half of before we begin. Hold on here. I have the notes.
I feel like you should save that then for like next week, dude. If you only watched half.
But I will say I am starting Beastar season 2. I love it.
Okay.
I will once I am done watching it. I'm going to talk about it next week. Then Kageki Shoujo. I did not get to the depressing parts yet. It's only episode 2.
Is there foreshadowing to those, or is they just kind of happened? Do you think?
I feel like it's foreshadowing because you know certain stuff about the characters, but not as much yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna get full detail into that until we actually talk about, or I actually talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely is interesting so far. The characters aren't bad. I Narada or Sarasa Watanabe, or one of the other girls is a bitch. But anyway, okay, stay tuned for those for sure. And also that I'm gonna definitely fucking try for Stranger by the Shore because it's been on my watch list. It's just work sucks.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know about Stranger the Shore, it's a yaoi. So for anybody that's a fan of the yaoi genre, this might be something good for you. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely got that. And all right, before we talk about anything else, we're gonna go take a quick commercial break. The breaks are even shorter now because we gotta save time. Saving time.
We'll be right back.
All right, we're back, everyone.
Fuck our critics.
Yeah, that. Fuck them. It's our show. It's our show, damn it.
God damn it. It makes us happy. Can't believe you want to fucking Crush our happiness.
This is America.
Oh, don't get me started.
I won't. Alrighty.
American viewership drops. Japanese viewership goes up.
Alrighty. We're gonna talk about our seasonal continuations from spring first.
Indeed.
All right. We're gonna start with. We're gonna start with My Hero Academia.
Yeah. You're not watching My Hero? You just kind of like you're just
I,
binging at the end, right?
I am watching it. I am watching it.
I am watching it. I mean, it was a good episode. Like, listen, I'm not gonna really review My Hero because, to be frank, My Hero just this season hasn't really been. It's not near the caliber of season 4. However, I'm gonna say this, it's a large complaint that it's not hitting the same notes, the same feels as season 4. And you're absolutely right. It's not capturing that whatsoever. However, I'm gonna give it a compliment from the standpoint that this is some of the best character development on this show that the show has had since season 1. I think like there's a lot of information, there's a lot of building, world building, character building, personality building, and that's all needed in anime. I know when people think of My Hero, they want to think of Deku and Overhaul, they want to think of All for One versus All Might. I get that, and that's all fantastic. I love it. All right, I love the movies. People hate on the movies because they're not canon and they're meh. I love that because that's where you're gonna get the fucking amazing action. But at the same time, I feel that people are shitting all over the series because of the fact that it's slow. When in reality, the character development that it's producing is really really good and really really captivating. I'm always captivated by these episodes. I'm not excited, but you don't have to be excited to be captivated by something. I feel, and there's levels of captivation, but I'm captivated by a lot of the stuff that I'm learning and seeing from this, and it's gonna make, in my opinion, it's gonna make the fights that will come up, that are supposedly coming up very shortly, even more meaningful because of the fact that you're gonna understand the real like meanings and feelings and emotions behind what was gonna transpire in front of you. So that's all I really wanted to say about My Hero.
Right. But again, it's one of those. It definitely peaked after All for One and All Might type of thing.
I don't think it peaked after them, but I think it peaked with Deku and Overhaul.
I said that was the best thing about season 4.
Yeah, Deku, Overhaul, and Eri.
Yeah. From the million fight Overhaul to the end of that Overhaul fight.
Yeah.
To Overhaul losing his fucking his hands
and his fucking powers.
Yeah, that I was like all of that, like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude, like it's savage, bro. And I mean, this week, I guess we can do a brief review. This week, there's a more expounding on Todoroki's family problems with Endeavor and the family, and all the stress that Endeavor put them in before he found this new him, basically. And
yes,
there's basically confirmation at this point that that one evil character, that's his son. It's like, holy shit, dude. Like, it's pretty wild when you think of it. And again, that's fantastic storytelling where they think this guy is dead, or they're recognizing him as dead when in fact he's one of the fucking lead deadliest villains that they have in the League of Villains. Darby, I think his name, right?
Yes.
Darby, yeah, fucking Darby, dude, which is basically his dead brother. Like, that's fucking. I think that's basically what I'm gathering from it. If I'm wrong, then somebody please let me know I'm wrong. But that's really what I'm gathering from it. And just like I said, the storytelling, and again, I'm a sucker for animes that tell real life stories. People hate that shit because they want to watch stuff to escape real life. I'm the opposite. I like seeing stuff that portrays real life in a more understanding way, and I think anime does that in most cases, at least for someone like me. And so seeing someone whose father has domestically abused their mother, or physically abused their kids, by definition they're all pieces of shit. But at the same time, there comes a point, I guess, because they're all teenagers or older, they're all adults at this point. There comes a point where, and again, where in hopefully in people you find this growth and you find this understanding of what the fuck you did and why you did it and how wrong you were. And that's what Endeavor's going through right now. And there's a case of like understanding feelings and compartmentalizing the ideas and the realities and the difficulties of that from Todoroki and his family. And so I can appreciate where they're going with that because they're talking about a real life topic. And that's something that doesn't get talked about from that instance, things of domestic violence and all of that. And obviously we condemn that. It's no place for it in any family whatsoever. But in terms of the emotions and the ideas and moving on, moving forward, trying to find love in someone who is your parent, is your progenitor, the person who made you, and is trying or maybe trying to, apologize through their own methods. Like, there's so many variables with that, and it's something that I can appreciate watching as much as other people just want to see fucking, crazy action and explosions and death and shit like that. Like, this is cool too. You know what I mean?
Right. But like I said, with My Hero Academia, I think the issue of most people is the build up towards the big stuff drags in a way. But again, it's just it's a shonen. That's how they go.
Yeah.
In a sense, yeah. Like it's always going to be all these bunch of characters, a lot of developments, and when you get to the main stuff, it will eventually deliver.
Yeah.
But it just sucks that you have to suffer through all that. Just try and make it good. With season 5, it's just okay.
Yeah.
Like the first arc with the Team A versus Team B.
I didn't mind it. It was okay. It wasn't great.
I say
People like, this sucks. It's boring. I don't give a fuck. Like,
no, it's not. It's definitely none of that.
But people were saying that, especially in our group. They're just like, I don't care. Get to the action. I want to see.
It was more. Yeah, it was more about Deku learn about One for All, actually getting powers from previous owners of One for All.
Yeah.
And then they use Shinso in that regard, and Shinso's great.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see him back.
Yeah.
Sure. The other fights were just okay. Just again, Shonen means it's a character growth also because it's for teenagers. So that's it. If you're looking for anything like fucking Quentin Tarantino or anything like that, don't watch Shonen. it's just for high schoolers, and then the older fans that still geek out over this type of genre, which is and this is why it's popular for a reason.
Yeah,
because that's what DBZ was. That's what Yu Yu Hakusho was. Naruto, One Piece. Yeah. It's all of these. So and My Hero Academia is just a part of that. Like your Demon Slayer, like
Fire Force, all of that.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It's gonna be around till the day we die, way past our lifetime
and beyond. Yep.
Unless anime somehow gets canceled.
That fat chance in hell.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, by the way, unrelated. Now that you mentioned anime getting canceled and just anime in general moving on, living past, like how about all those anime references and things in the Olympics, dude? People using theme songs for various sports, cosplaying people on fucking broadcasts. Like I love seeing shit like that, dude.
Right? No, I agree.
Sorry about that. I just something I just remembered.
I'm still waiting for the Akira song.
Yeah, true.
Because, goddamn it, Akira predicted it. We're gonna get it.
Yeah, man. All right, let's move on.
Maybe for the end. Let's move on.
Let's move on
to eternity.
Yeah, I was gonna say to eternity. So, I just watched this literally like 15 minutes before we got on this podcast, and it was a good episode. Long story short, guys, for episode 15, Fushi fights the Knockers again after fucking arguing with the girl Toneri for 3/4 of the episode, and after initially refusing their help and trying to get them to escape, Tonari basically and her friends, along with the villagers who at this point hate Fushi because of the fact that he's not a fucking savage, at this point they help him take down the Knockers, and Fushi, he loses Gugu in the battle, the Gugu form, and after using turning himself into Perina and using her supreme archery skills to fucking shoot a gunpowder laced arrow into the cracks of the rock Urgu. Is that Uguru? Like, what the fuck is the bear?
Yeah, it's like an Uguru. It was like a giant bear. We can say giant bear for the
village. Yeah, the giant rock bear, basically, because he's rock form now at this point. So he's able to shoot it, and then basically all the villagers follow suit. They shoot their arrows at the bear, and eventually they demolish the bear, and Fushi's able to reclaim all of his lost figures. So he loses the little Nick and Mole Rat, he loses Gugu in this battle, and he's able to reclaim those along with March, along with Uguru, and along with who else did he lose? He lost somebody else, didn't he?
No, it was March the Bear and
Yeah, he lost March and the Bear in the last one, and then he lost the Naked Mole Rat or the ant,
yeah, and he lost Gugu for a
and he
second.
lost Gugu. Yeah, so he was able to reclaim all of his figures, and he's able to also appreciate. And you know that was very. I will say that was very nice when, as Perona, he's like, "I finally got you back, March," and it's pretty. You know, it's that I can understand where that could be touching because of the fact that Perona and March are now reunited together wherever they're at, and Fushi is basically taking their forms and can interchange between them, and that was very nice. And I guess the principle of what Toneri said about sometimes in order to build you have to accept help from others, that was nice too. But I mean,
Right.
at this point, like I was bitching to you earlier, dude, like the story's annoying. Like a lot of the story, especially the story
Right.
specifically with Toneri and Fushi, is just fucking aggravating.
Oh yeah.
It's
I
just
I don't like her.
I don't like her at all. Oh, by the way, I did gloss over the fact that Fushi does get to speak to Pioran, and Pioran basically says like, I deserve to be here. You should get off the island, and you should use your ability to help others. And she noticed that she sounded like Perana, like he sounded like Perana, and he said, "Oh, you're Perana. Like, oh, I bet you she died an honorable death. You should honor her death. You should
Yeah,
honor."
but now we know she actually died.
Yes, and we do know, thanks to the shadow guy, that he did die. And he was a complete dick. He's like, "Oh, I'm glad she died this early." Like, wow, what a fucking asshole, bro. I heard that shit. I was like, "Wow, you're a fucking piece of shit, aren't you?" Like, fuck. But yeah, at this point, like that's my biggest gripe is the story like is just like it's just annoying. Like at least this particular one, the story is still good. The storytelling itself and the writing is good. It's just the way that it's being portrayed. Like I hate it. Like I hate seeing guys like, "I'm gonna win you over with the power of words." Like, no, you should slice a motherfucker's throat, bro. I'm sorry. You should slice a motherfucker's throat. And you were alluding to next week how he's gonna face the crazy woman who
I
got
also yeah.
yeah, so and hopefully he fucking kills that bitch because fucking fuck her. But it probably won't happen. He'll probably find a way to fucking like Naruto talk no jitsu her ass. And I hate
Well, I say like I can't say about her life and death, but again, she just worships Fushi. Like she's not. That ain't stopping.
I mean, bro, either way, like I knocked it down. I had it at 4 stars because of the heights and the emotions of the Gugu arc, and this arc just knocked it down to a 3 for me. It's not gonna go any lower, so it's gonna be a 3. I would give it a 3.5 if I could give it half stars on Analyst. I can't give it half stars on Analyst, unfortunately, but I would give it a 3.5. But I mean, it's not hitting for me, bro. Like, and I get it, and I get the story's probably gonna get better. I'm still gonna watch it. I'm not gonna drop it, anything like
Right.
that. But there's so many other anime that I enjoy far more, and it's just not hitting the same. So I dropped it to a 3.5 at this point, bro. And that's all I gotta say really about To Your Eternity this week.
Like I said, it will eventually pick up, but I guess slow start. And I wonder what Granny did, like to say I deserve to be in jail. Like who she killed? Who did Peora kill?
She mentioned it, bro. Like she was the doctor that would come over to those girls, like, and they would always do the sacrifices. And they said that it was 10 of them. So
Oh, that's right. Oh,
yeah,
those. Okay.
yeah, those, yeah.
I thought it was for something else.
No, it was for Ninara, bro.
I was like, maybe when she was
She
like
was the
20 years old and just doing
no,
coke and shooting people.
oh, bro, no, she was the fake
He was
witch
a
doctor,
gangster.
bro. And for 10 years, bro, they fucking when fucking what's her face? Parano was a child. Her best friend
Yeah.
got taken, bro. Like,
Yeah,
and so
March.
she was
Yeah.
yeah, no, not March. 10 years
I
before that.
said, yeah. She offered like, hey, you're coming with me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And her sister, Oni-chan. And so March became her Oni-chan after that. And
Right.
yeah, so I mean, yeah, all that is why and I get that and I appreciate Pioran saying like, "Yo, I'm where I belong." It's kind of like it's crazy, unrelated, but kind of related. Mike Tyson said that when he was talking about jail, and he was talking to Jim Gray, the famous sportscaster, and he wrote him while he was in jail back in '93 for the quote unquote rape. And he said, he's like, "Jim Gray, like I'm in jail. I'm in jail because of this rape. I'm never gonna admit. If I admit it tomorrow, I can get out of jail, and I'm never gonna admit something I didn't do. But I'm where I'm supposed to be because I've done things that are worse than what I'm accused of. So at this moment, I'm where I belong." Like, and that was very powerful to hear him like say that. And so I guess Pioran is also basically exuding that same idea to Fushi. Like, I'm where I belong. I'm a criminal. I always get caught. This is where I should be. But you should use your life to better people. Da 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 da. Like, I appreciated that.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I love PR and I love her chemistry with Fushi. Just Tonari is just annoying right now.
Major.
But like I said, we're gonna wait for more. We're not giving up on it. It's just
No, we're not going to give up on it at all.
yeah, we're just being patient until it gets juicy.
I guess.
It'll get,
There's 5 more episodes, by the way, y'all. This is a unique anime where it's not a complete 12 and 12 or a 12 and 2 or 11 by 11. It's just straight up 20 episodes. Hopefully there'll be a season 2. I imagine there'll be a season 2 considering it's still going. But there's only 20 episodes, which is basically a season and a half, which is very peculiar. But in any case, that's what we got. So.
Alrighty, closing thoughts for that. We're good. All right, now Tokyo
Revengers. This was a great episode this week, dude.
Oh, yes.
An episode that didn't focus on fucking Takamichi. It was a welcome reprieve. And it gave us, again, anybody that appreciates backstory, it gave us all the backstory we needed to know in terms of our characters. So if you want to expound on that.
And now we got it with, we're getting background story on Toman this time around.
Yeah, we get this.
So it's not about Takamichi. It's not present day. It's just actual when the group was formed. We get Baji and Kazutora, all these guys type of thing.
Yeah, we find out what it was like at the beginning of Toman. We find out what happens with Baji and Kazutora and why we're here today. And man, after some twists and fucking turns with Mikey's brother and a bike.
Let me get to that.
Unexpected, bro. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, Kazutora picks up Baji. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna get a gift for Mikey's birthday." It's like, "Really? What gift?" Like this bike.
By the way, hold on. By the way, real quick, that's after Mikey saved Baji from getting his ass kicked. Like he was.
Yeah, and he was protecting the scooter, and then Mikey was like, "Nope, if this is hurting you, I don't care about it."
Yeah, and he fucked up his scooter. And like, dude, you fucked up your scooter. He's like, the scooter's not worth it if you're the one getting hurt over it, dude. And they fucked up the whole fucking two of them fucked up a whole fucking biker gang of older guys.
Oh yeah, like Jesus Christ,
that was gangster, bro. That's real friendship right there. He's like, dude, I don't give a shit about anything else as long as my friend ain't fucked up. Like, yo, that was real shit. I appreciate that shit, Mike.
Yeah, so now because of this, Kazutora is like, I'm gonna make it up to Mikey for his birthday since he destroyed his scooter for me. Like, hey Bashi, I found this bike, this very rare bike that that no one has heard of. Like, well, people have heard of it, but it's not available anywhere. And they go there, they go to the store, the bike shop, and they see it up front in the window. All right, and then they get there, and they're like, oh shit, it's chained up, so they gotta change it. So Baji changed it up, and when Kazutora was basically walking out, he heard noises like, "Hey, who's here?" Like, "Oh shit, someone's actually here." Baji recognizes the guy, and he's as soon as he's about to talk, Kazutora grabbed the wrench and cracked it over the skull. It's like, what are you still doing here? We gotta run. And then Baji says, "Dude, that's Mikey's brother. He's dead." And then Kazutora basically had a mental breakdown. It's like, nope, this wasn't supposed to happen. I didn't know.
Now I got to kill Mikey. Like what? Whoa!
Like how's it Mikey's fault? You did it. I'm pretty sure that bike was gonna go to Mikey from his brother.
No, I don't know about that, but I mean,
I feel like that's what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like the brother was gonna give it to Mikey as a birthday gift.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if he built that bike or.
Well, it's a custom job, so basically, and he owns the bike shop, so he's got access to the parts, he got the money, all that.
Yeah,
shit.
I was like, I'm pretty sure he was building that bike. He knew he probably read the specs of the bike and knew how to make it. It's like, oh shit, I got these parts. I could probably make it for him.
He's not making it for Mikey, dude. I think I get where you're coming from. It's a nice sentiment, but I don't think he's directly making it for Mikey as a person. I think it's just his bike.
But previously, like, here, take it, try it out. If it works, I'll make more to sell. Basically.
Yeah.
I think it would be more like that. But yeah, I don't get where Kazutora had the break. Like, I had to kill Mikey because of something literally I did. And then I'm trying to figure out. And Baji was like being apologetic to Mikey and all that. So now I'm trying to figure out where he got that mindset, where now it's Mikey's fault, even though it was clearly Kazutora.
Because he went mental. He went absolutely fucking mental, bro.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll find out more about that. What happened to them when they were in jail? So,
probably. Well, Baji wasn't in jail. I mean, let me phrase that. I'm sure he was in jail, but I'm sure he got out way quicker than fucking than Kazutora.
Because he didn't kill. You probably could caught stealing and probably spend like a couple of years or something.
Yeah, so but versus freaking Kazutoru basically said, "Oh, I just
Got
got out
like
of
5
juvie."
years.
He literally just said I just got out of juvie and
Yeah,
fucking met
yeah.
Mikey.
It was probably like what, 5 years?
Well, he's Mikey's senpai, so
Hmm.
Mikey, or I'm sorry, Takemichi senpai. Sorry, Takemichi senpai. Takemichi's 13,
Right. But I'm
and they
trying
said
to
he's a
think.
third year, and he's a third year in high school.
So 15.
So like yeah, 16,
Yeah.
15, 16.
Right. Right.
So he must have spent like 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
No, not
Essentially.
5. Yeah, 3 to 4, I'd say.
Yeah.
Whatever. Either way, point is, yeah, dude. That now we're understanding, and now it makes sense. And I liked it. Like I said, it was a very nice change compared to seeing Takamichi like whine like a bitch or get his ass kicked. It was a nice change of pace where we got to see some backstory and it's cool. I'm down with it.
Right.
I,
Like I said, very nice episode. Definitely a big change of pace
yeah.
because
What?
I feel like it needed a whole episode for.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I'm wondering is now next week. Again, I don't watch the previews, so I don't know what's gonna happen next week. But I wonder if something happens next week or something happens in this base is gonna
I don't
affect.
think they don't have previews.
Dude, I don't know.
That's what
I,
they don't after credits. That's it.
most times I cut it off as soon as the credits start. I will listen to an OP once or twice a season, and then I just like all right, whatever.
I
Whatever.
don't skip them.
I do because
But the Tokyo Revengers ED, I don't like the new one.
yeah, you mentioned it. I don't mind it.
like again, visually it's nice. It's just again, it just sounds like a second OP, but they want to get rid of Crybaby because Crybaby's better. But then go back to the other one. But actually, no, there's no point because they did the whole Hina thing already. So that's
Mm-hmm.
about the gang. So
Mm-hmm.
all right, I'll let him have it.
I wonder what's happening with Hina and Takamichi throughout all these things. Like that's always one of the things I wonder. Like
Did they
there's so many
break up?
questions. There's so many questions. Like, dude, like instead of being with a gang, bro, smash your girl. What the fuck?
No, like he sees her but avoids her. So
Bro, his best bet should just be never to return. Just don't fucking return. Like, why? Why would you return to the future? Just like live your life in this present. You know what I mean? Like you already know what's gonna happen ahead of time. Like I don't understand. Like between remake, like bro, you already know like what the fuck is gonna happen in the future. Like literally, all you have to do is like, all right, I'm gonna invest in this. I'm gonna invest in this. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. And your life is fucking set.
right, but
I don't know. It would take the whole fun.
but you know, Takemichi horny.
He's not. Otherwise, he'd be with Hina trying to fucking put his hand down his pants and trying to give her chimpo. But fucking no, he's over here. He's over here following fucking Toman chimpo instead.
Well, he's doing it for the brother, I guess. I don't know.
Shit, bro. I don't know. Whatever.
All right.
Anyway.
Anyway, now we're gonna talk about stuff that we're both watching separately, real quick. Lightning round. We'll do it like that. How about that?
That sounds good, bro. Lightning round. I dig it. Let's go.
All right. You first.
Me
'Cause
first.
I think you have less than me. So
no,
or
I have more than I have more than you. Yeah.
All right, then hurry up.
There was no episode of Boruto this week due to the Olympics, so that's that. No problem. Next episode comes out on Sunday. I am not caught up on Slime this week, so I can't really talk about that one either. Million Lives is okay. It's really an okay anime. It's not shitty, but it's not like, oh my god, you need to watch it. Tsukimichi, another hilarious episode. Tsukimichi is one of the better comedies of the season. If you want something that's comedy and isekai, that's kind of like Shield Hero, except a lot funnier. Watch that. Like I said last week, good shit. Scarlet Nexus. Scarlet Nexus is good anime. The storytelling is good, but it's not hitting for me. I'm literally only watching at this point, I think, just because my nephew loves the series and loves the game and all that shit. Like, he loves it. So I'm watching it basically for his sake. Even though I don't really talk about it much with him, but I kind of want to get that relatability with my nephew. But other than that, like, it's okay. It's good. Action's pretty good. Animation's pretty good. But it doesn't hit like some of these other ones that we're gonna talk about later. So it's on my bottom level. That's it for me.
Oh, okay. Nighthead 2041. It's just another okay episode so far, but it is picking up.
Mm-hmm.
We find out Kimi is the one that was manipulating that false prophet because of her psychic ability of hey, she could manipulate their mind, thinking of what's there when it's really not. So she made him and the followers that he was trying to quote unquote heal believe that she actually that they were actually cured when they really weren't.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out Kimmy was working for the agency.
Mm-hmm.
That's with the Kuroki brothers. But yeah, the two brothers on both sides meet up finally, and then they retrieve her right now. And then what you call it? The Sidekick brothers. Which ones were they? I think the Kirihiras. I could be wrong. There's too many brothers. Too many cooks. but yeah, I think it's the Kirihara brothers. They met a Sidekick at the diner when they were doing the shootout because like, hey, anyone that's in the diner is basically a witness to what happened with the false prophet. So they're all arrested, and it led to one of them showing their psychic ability. Like, oh shit, time to run, and then it ended right there. I like it a little better than Sunny Boy, which I'm gonna get to in a minute. All right, with Sunny Boy, no one knows what the fuck is going on still. People still try to figure out their powers.
Are you going to drop it at this point? Because that seems so droppable at this point, dude.
I'm waiting until 5. That's my rule.
5?
Yeah, the 5-episode rule.
I feel like that's a quarter of the season, dude. I don't know.
I know, but if you can't get me when you're almost halfway through, you're done, basically.
All right.
Yeah, we still don't know everyone's power yet. There's a little struggle with Pony and Mizuho. Mizuho, people don't like Mizuho because she's not a kiss ass or anything like that.
Not Mizuho.
Yeah, Mizuho, sorry.
Not Mizuho.
But yeah, Pony, Hoshi, and fuck you. And then the
Oh, you know, I'm laughing because it sounds like we're like talking like Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Or some shit.
Anyway, Student Castle don't like Mizuho because they think she's the one that's causing the fires.
No.
But Rajhani, I think that's his name. He figured out, hey, she's not doing this. These fires are happening around because if it's not something we made with the powers, it gets burned, that type of thing. We still don't know everyone's power, so and then you find out Nozomi, the main girl, is like, hey, I'm a compass, so I know where to go for the next area. And then you find out there is a thing, like with the powers and all that, if you're in the school, that's when you heal, that's when you get the unlimited supplies and all that. So you gotta make sure that school that they're all teleported in is safe, type of thing. Because again, if you got hurt or anything in there, you basically heal in there. But if you're like out of it, then not really. But yeah, Red right now is still the weakest. I'll figure it out down the road. Life as a Villainess, it is hilarious. Bakarina, she's not Katarina, or she's just Bakarina all the way around. That's her. She talks to the butler who kidnapped her, Sora Smith. And then you find out that's not really his name because he used to be a slave. Like he was a kid, he was an orphan. Someone took care of him. And then he failed to take care of him because they were poor and the security stopped him. He got traded around for slavery. They used him for dark magic. And with Bakarina, she used her charm. Well, you know, she's completely oblivious and dense. Making it think like it was a romantic thing. So the butler, Sora, basically pinned her down on the bed and was kissing her neck. And she thought the whole time he was using his dark magic to curse her or something like that, even though she doesn't know what's going on. She's an idiot.
I see that.
And then they go. She eventually gets rescued by her reverse harem, and then her fiance Stuart or Gerald sees the hickey on her neck, and then I was like, "What happened here?" It's like, "Well, who did this to you? Was it the guy?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, he tried using his dark magic on me, and he was on me because I think he saw a bug." So the Gerald's like, "Oh man, I'm stealing this kiss." He kissed Bakarina in front of the whole harem, and they're like, "What the fuck, dude?" That type of thing. And then
Anyway,
good episode. Moving on. Case of Vanitas. Oh man, fucking bondage happens.
what the fuck?
No was collared and leashed by Dominique. Because like, okay, you're going to the ball with me, so I'm taking you. I'm gonna have this on you, type of thing. She has him suck her blood type of thing because he's a vampire. They go to the ball, and he's like, Vanitas jumps on the chandelier saying, I'm here to cure all of you, whoever's cursed, that type of ordeal. And eventually, excuse me, he meets up with Janine, the vampire he was fighting, and kind of kissed in front of her master, Lucius. And it's like, okay, you're breaking. Like, I want you to bite me. Like, get those urges out of you. And then that's what eventually happened. Janine tackles Vanitas on the floor and bites his neck, sucking his blood. And goddamn, this is the BDSM episode. I'm sorry. But before that, Dominique had Vanitas tied up in like that little spin wheel thing, and like throwing knives at him. It's like, why are you here when you're a human? Why are you using the name Vanitas when you are a human? Because Vanitas was a vampire. And it's picking up. You get to see some of the antagonists. Is one, but they curse the vampires. Like they trigger their curses to get them started. Still probably my favorite OP and ED so far, or one of them. So definitely in that regard. Probably one of the better vampire ones I've seen in a while. Not the best, but it's still enjoyable. And I believe that is it for me. Lightning round over.
That wasn't very lightning, dude. That was like
we saved a half hour. That should make them happy.
That was a long story. I mean, bro, I fucking barely talked about any of mine. You fucking gave descriptions. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I just, I don't know. I can't even say that. It's tough because I mean, at the end of the day, like, I'm watching the animes that I've mentioned, and like, I enjoy watching them. But like, besides Boruto, like, none of the animes that I really mentioned are like, oh my god, Tsukimichi's fun. That's the best one out of the bunch. Nexus is okay. Million Lives is meh. Like, but and at the end of the day, I know that perception where like if it's a meh anime, it's not worth your time. I've already saw all of season 1, so I'm committed to season 2.
This is why I care about out of all these. I like Vanitas and Villainous better.
And I like Boruto and Slime, but unfortunately I'm behind on Slime and I'm behind on Uramichi, which is our favorite. But I guess we could shave time on that one because of Uramichi. But those are the.
I'll talk about them real quick. It was funny. Move on.
Yeah. Always.
We'll talk about both this week and next week's episode together next week. So we'll go with that. I'll say is that it is funny.
Bro.
Anyway, we're gonna take another commercial break. Another unprotected quickie in terms of breaks.
And we're gonna talk about the quickie. Wow.
Wow, you never had that? It's a come and go.
Oh my god, it takes me a while, bro. I'm sorry.
No, if it feels good, it feels good. You don't hold it in.
We'll be right back.
It's like this. If you gotta go, you gotta go.
Why should you visit thechairshot.com? Thechairshot.com is your home for hard-hitting reviews, news, opinion, and analysis with attitude. Why? Because you're smarter than the average fan. Thechairshot.com. Always use your head.
Alrighty, we're back, folks. We're getting to the meat of the matter. The seasonals we're watching together.
All right, so we already started with Uramichi. Great, fucking hilarious. I'll catch up on it literally probably tomorrow, I would say, because I'm going to do a watch along with my friends, watch GCW wrestling after this podcast recording is over.
But more Kohai abuse. That's all I need to know. Alrighty. Let's get to Realist Hero first.
All right, Realist Hero.
Okay, basically we started off where we left off last week with Inu talking about her abilities, and you find out she can communicate with demons outside of the regular animals,
which is unprecedented according to the kingdom because of the fact that demons are supposed to be uncommunicatable, and so the fact that she can speak to a demon changes the game completely in terms of their relations and some of their strategies, both military and domestic, and it's a major deal.
Basically, like you find out the demons are terrified of this man, and then you find out more like, okay, we need to protect her, basically, like, cause she's the key to help saving the kingdoms.
So she becomes adopted by the former king and queen, and she becomes royalty, basically.
I was like, yeah, but it's a slow step though. Like we have to, if they take in the whole family, it won't be so obvious, especially with a royal guard. So it's like basically keep a close eye, but far apart, basically. So we got that, and then the real MVP comes in, Poncho.
It's a food episode, everyone.
Yep, Poncho is the fucking man. That's we will just say that.
Yeah, Poncho basically, our realist hero gives Poncho the hero knapsack, which the hero knapsack is basically like a bottomless knapsack, and if there's only food in there, the food is less likely to spoil, which is really cool. And Poncho basically, Poncho, or sorry, let me phrase that. Poncho, the king, and everyone that you've already seen, basically, they get on the diamond cast. What is it called? The chronocast or some shit. Like they basically get on the kingdom wide channel, broadcast everywhere, and they do a food special. Basically, our realist hero, Soma, he apologizes for the food shortages. Even though it's not his responsibility, he does take responsibility for it. And he mentions that in order to get over the shortage and to keep yourselves healthy and maintain yourself while he figures out
and basically using resources.
Yeah, we're going to use resources around that you're not used to. And so they cook squid, takoyaki. They basically cook takoyaki from a squid. They use like tree roots. Do you know what they made? I don't know what that second one they made, but basically they used salt and sugar with tree roots, and it made some sort of like snack item.
They had soy sauce on them basically.
Yeah, and then that was the third thing they made. They had crickets, but the crickets were dipped in this fermented sauce, which basically became soy sauce, and it made Soma cry because of the fact that he basically says like, oh, this place has takoyaki now. They have miso, they have soy sauce. And he said these are all tastes from my homeland, and we don't know. The story hasn't said how long he's been in the kingdom already, but for him to be visibly and emotionally affected by that, he must have been there already for a long ass time for him to.
I probably would have said about a month.
Maybe I don't know. Like, okay, we can go with a month.
We can say about a month.
Yes.
I don't think, definitely not a year. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. Whatever works. Either way, he's really super duper emotional about it. And then finally, the episode ends with a grand finale dish, and everyone's like, "Holy shit, are we really gonna eat this?" And we don't know what they're gonna eat until next episode. So, it was a good episode. I really, like we've said before, it's a very unique take on isekai. It's a very unique take on hero animes. Because of the fact that we're not seeing crazy amounts of action and gore and sadness and shit like that. We're really seeing a normal adult male use his brains and his ability to think and be able to problem solve to achieve the goals and help people, not kill people, but help people in the nation, which is, again, really nice. And also, by the way, a little tidbit, I'm sure you noticed, Matt, but basically we're starting to see the love kind of like, there's starting to be some interaction, some
for the arranged marriage,
between the arranged marriage of Soma and Letitia. I think her name's Letitia, right? Letitia, sorry. Anyway, there's some connection there. She's starting to feel a little something. She gets a little embarrassed. There's little funny interactions between Alicia's maid, basically her attendant, and Soma and her. Basically, she's like, oh, ho, ho, ho. Like, oh, I see. Yeah. Like, why are you in my room? Like, she's all embarrassed. Like, oh, you're in my room. Why are you in my room?
Totally assumed that.
Yeah, she totally. But it's cute. It's really nicely done and good shit. It's good shit.
Yeah, like I said, it's a bit of a filler, but it still did its job.
All this stuff is gonna come in handy.
I must say, it highlighted the Neko Girl and Poncho. So.
Yeah, I really hope they do multiple seasons of this, because I mean, what they can do is like literally they can do each episode based off of the four people, off the four candidates. So we get a food episode. I'm sure we're gonna get like a hunting episode where they go into the forest. That'll probably be later on in the season. We'll get a military strategy episode, because they did mention back in episode, I think 3 it was, that after the ceremony, and after they had the conversation with Inu about her powers, they brought the guy in, the creepy looking guy who looks suspect, but he had like this long, like into the morning, they said, just intellectual conversation. He's like, all right, you're gonna be my new fucking right hand man, and he becomes the minister in black, they said, which is creepy, but it's apparently he's a really good guy, and he becomes the guy's attendant for the rest of his kingdom. So.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool shit.
All right, good shit. Look forward to next week. See what they're eating. Moving on. Duke Def and his maid.
Very cute. I love Duke of Death. It's one of my low-key favorites of the season just because of the love story. Like that love story is just so
Yeah,
pure and
this might be my favorite couple so far.
we'll see how remake goes, but so far
But I'm saying
before the season ends,
it's definitely capturing the Tim Burton style type of
it
romance.
really is. It really is super Tim Burton-y, but it's really nice and cute and wholesome. Well, not really
Not
wholesome,
wholesome, because
but
both Chad are horny pervert.
yeah, Bochan and fucking Alice are
Well,
they're
yeah,
they're horny for each other. They're etchy for each other.
he makes
But,
songs about bath time of Alice and Kath
oh,
scrubbing each other down.
he'll definitely drink the bathwater, bro. He's definitely drinking bathwater.
I don't.
he's definitely that's the closest he can get to Alice and her Monko. But in any case, anyway,
Snow episode.
it's a snow episode, very nice and wholesome. For actually no, before that, Alice catches a cold from the lake episode. She ends up
Yeah.
catching a cold, and Bochan ends up basically kind of nursing her to health and being there for her. Like basically the roles were reversed, and it was very cute, very nice. That was very wholesome. And then one day before Bochan goes to bed, Alice feels better. They're like, hey, we're gonna get a lot of snow. I want to play in the snow. And she's like, hey, I don't like the cold. I don't like the cold. And so she surprises him with a beautifully made scarf, and he's like, "Oh, you made this?" And she goes, "Yeah, for you, Bochan." And she's like, "Okay." And he's like, "Let's go out." And he ends up loving the scarf. He doesn't want to take the scarf off, even during bath time. He doesn't want to take it off because he feels like this is the closest he could be to Alice because this was made with Alice's love, and it was very, very nice. So they go out, they play in the snow. Him, Bochan, and Rob, the butler, they all play in the snow. They make a funny little snowman. It's all good. They come in that night, and Alice realizes she lost an earring. The earring actually means something to her because that was the last gift, I believe, that her mother gave her. Her mother gave her those earrings, and so she becomes a little upset. And seeing Alice upset really affects Botchan. So Botchan goes out in the middle of a fucking snowstorm and tries to find it. He ends up getting the hypothermia basically, and he fucking collapses. As he basically is collapsed in this snowstorm, a tired bat comes over to him, and it ends up being a witch. And the witch basically he takes a liking to him and appreciates like what he's doing without really knowing much. And so he tells her, she wakes him up. They talk briefly about what he's doing. He digs around a little bit more, collapses again due to frostbite or hypothermia, and fucking she's like, all right, I'm gonna help you. So she uses her, she's a flame witch, and she fucking lights the whole fucking area on fire, finds the earring. Yeah, finds the earring, and they're like, all right, let's go. And she's like, oh, thank you, I'll feed you, basically. So they take her inside, they feed her. Alice gives her a shower, or a bath rather. They work on her cloak. It's tattered, and we find out that she's a traveling witch, and she lost her best friend, who's a guy, and she's hungry. She hasn't ate for 2 days. And so as a thank you, they feed her, give her the water, I'm sorry, give her the bath, and the work on her cloak that's tattered. And they use this as an opportunity to understand more about witches. So now we're starting to get more into the story, trying to understand more of how we may be able to or may not be able to break the curse that Botchan is affected with, where everything he touches dies. And the witch quickly explains, like, listen, I can't tell you anything about your curse. I don't know jack shit about your curse. I can't reveal everything about witches. But does give her some information in terms of witches, in terms of what they look like and things like that. So after Bochan makes a remark about, oh, you really like your friend, huh? She gets really scared and she flies away. And that's mainly the gist of the episode. So it really good episode, good informational episode, more development in terms of the relationship between Alice and Bochan without being so perverted or so over the top.
I love the callback of basically of why Alice fell for him when he called her like the snow fairy.
That was the final part of the episode.
Did it as a kid and then did it now. I was like, yep, this is where she fell for him.
Yeah, one of the first times she fell for him, and it was very cute. Again, this is probably the most wholesome episode out of the whole series thus far. But like we mentioned before, it's very Tim Burton-y, very nice, very, very, very nice. A lot of people are going to talk shit because it's all CGI. It's something that most people that are anime users aren't really used to, but it works in this instance. It really, really, really works, and I can't recommend this enough. I would agree with you probably, Matthew, even though I have my hopes on Remake, which is my anime of the season. As of right now, a quarter of the way in, I would probably definitely say that this is the ship of the year, or ship of the season rather, ship of the season.
What, this one?
Yeah, Bochan and Alice. I would agree with you.
I think it's definitely going to happen so far. I do like the remake. The romance is a remake too, but it's just more of which ones they're really going for.
Shinaki.
Before.
night and day, Shinoaki, bro. It has to be because there's a different level.
I say
It's gonna, and you already know that fucking. We'll talk about it in a little bit, but you can already tell that, what's her face is gonna get rejected. Okay, you know, actually, always that girl. That girl will always be rejected. I don't know why they don't ever give her what's it called, her Seiyu. That girl Seiyu should fucking like they need to. She needs to demand a part where she's gonna actually be the love interest instead of being the rejected one. Like, come on, dude. Like the Seiyu for the girl, Sagawa, I think what's her fucking name? We'll get into it. Let's we're digressing.
we're talking about remake, right? Let's just get into it.
I love saying remake for
I know, but we're already talking about.
Let's go with remake. Yeah, let's go with remake.
Fucking Nanako, fucking. She got a slap of reality. I am sorry for from Kawasaga or Iko. We'll call her Iko. That's her first name anyway.
Iko. Kawasagawa is really what it is. Kawasagawa.
I know, but we're saying Iko.
Eiko's easier. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, she goes full on bitch mode, but it was a much needed talk because Nanako, you see, she doesn't act as well as she sings.
So basically, give them. I don't know. I want to give them the full insight for this. We're gonna take up time for a remake because it's my favorite. We're gonna take up time. Fuck you, Sean. We're taking up time for this.
Okay, all right. I'll stop that. It starts with the movies. They're showing the movies again, and then you see their movie, and then you see people go and it's good, but there's something was missing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to the next film, and it's the acting went up to a T, and they love that one a lot more. But unfortunately, Hashiba's group won still, and the students were shocked. Like, why? Because this was better acted. This was better. Again, it was better acted, but the principal said because they did better than everything else, despite the acting. The acting wasn't great, but the production, the writing, and angles, like everything about it was just a lot better. So, because it's like that's why they won. They feel that more key elements than just the one that they did.
Yeah, Nanako still disagrees, and then that's when reality hits them. And basically, she's saying they basically said like your acting isn't real. That the reason why that acting was profound for you is because it was very heartfelt and it was real, and you need to find that reality. And that completely stuns Nanako, and that translates into the celebration party they have at the karaoke spot. So pick up.
Alrighty. Anyway, they go to the karaoke bar, and it's like, hey. Why are you singing so good here? Like, why you do this better than the acting? Is the acting not that important to you? So if that's the case, why the hell are you here?
Eiko says this to her, by the way.
Yeah,
Eiko says this to her.
It's like we don't need a singer, we need an actor.
Yeah, and Kyoya tries to step in.
Both.
Kyoya tries to step in, tries to defend her, but Eiko's on full bitch attack mode. She's all going off and Nanako almost fucking hits her, and Kyoya's like, "No, Nanako." And they stop, and then Eiko leaves, and there's humongous tension, and Nanako goes into a humongous depression, a fucking drop. Like it was bad. It was bad.
Anyway, because of the Nanako is isolated in a room, and then we forgot to mention that character, the short pink girl.
Yeah, but
lovely girl. We'll call her lovely girl.
Lowly girl. So basically, after the shoot is done, Eiko basically tells Kyoya like, "Yo, there's something not right here because of the fact that we're freshmen and only juniors and seniors can have equipment for more than one day. We can only have equipment for one day, and our shoot was 3 days and 2 nights. So what did you do?" And so basically, as a bribe, he basically helped some senpais with their movie, and he roped Eiko into basically helping them. And so basically the senpais are the ones who rented out the equipment for them, and they just used it when they weren't using it, which was really, really smart, even though I think it's still illegal that they did that. But in any case, it got done. They got the A. Everything was good. Nothing was too crazily done. But as they're having this discussion, as they're helping the senpais, there's a little girl who's pink, and they mistake her for a little girl, and she's like, "You shouldn't talk to your senpai that way." And they're like, "Senpai?" And they're like, "Don't worry, I'll remember that." You know, and then she walks on her merry way. And then basically, as they're trying to, I think they go to the club. They end up going to the club, and they end up having this discussion, and the little girl's like, "Hey, I'm here to collect," when they were describing her, because they want to do some sort of maid cafe basically for their festival instead of like a art exhibit like they normally do.
But they were producing something, and it was like this high quality. They have this high quality budget for a bunch of students.
Yeah. So Loli Girl basically is the head producer of a video game, which is basically Kyoya's dream. Kyoya's dream is to be in game design and things of that nature, and he laments on the fact that he failed at it in his previous life. But so basically, Loli Girl's like, "Hey, I heard you're really good at production and things of that nature. I need somebody like you. Please work for my video game." And he wants to do it. Kyoya wants to do it, but he said, "You know what? No, it's too early in this remake for me to go and chase this dream when I'm not prepared for it. I'll come back for it." And so he politely declines, and Loli Girl basically says, "Oh, don't worry. I still need that favor. The offer is going to be on the table. When you're ready, basically come to me," which is really a nice little story that we get from Kyoya's standpoint. Not only is he helping the others in the platinum era, basically. But he's a break for him basically in terms of his goals. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
and they were looking for like music stuff like that, and they said, "I know the perfect person, Nanako." And then so basically he plays the song like, "This is what your voice could be if done like this. Like you have this gift, you could definitely use it. Please use it. It's
what he
fucking beautiful."
does. Yeah, so what happens with Loli Girl is Loli Girl basically gives her samples. They're like he gives Kyoya samples. Like, this is what we're working on here. Let's just look at it, listen to it, whatever you want to do. So he listens to it one day and he hears the girl and it's like, oh, it sounds kind of like Nanako. And then it dawns on him. He thinks about his past life, and that's one of the unique things is he's able to take circumstances that he experiences and either dreams about it or it comes to him in like a memory.
Right.
So he thinks about like, oh yeah, I remember we had a really shitty singer once for this game and we were under duress. And so we had to edit her a lot and then nobody could do it. So I was the one that ended up having to edit her. So what he did was basically took a recording of Nanako, edited it just a little bit and gave her more tone, which is apparently what she's missing. She's tone deaf. She doesn't understand tone well. So he edits the tone, plays it for Nanako, who's still in her deep funk in her room, crying, upset, Lord knows what, and plays for her. This is what you could sound like. This is your potential. I believe in you. You're going to get, and he knows already because he already knows the future. She attains it. And so he's like, listen, this is what you're going to be. You're going to do it. I believe in you. I'm going to work with you. And it completely lights Nanako up. She opens the door crying, upset. And Kyoya thinks he did something wrong and he apologizes. And she's like, no, I needed to hear this. This is fantastic. I want you to help me. It's a really nice moment between them. And that's where Matthew kind of alludes to the fact that, oh, maybe Nanako and Kyoya have something going on. But like I said, I think it's going to be him and Shinoaki just because of the attraction that he feels towards Shinoaki.
Realistically, it should be that.
Yeah.
It should be them realistically, but for all we know, it could be Iko, which I kind of hope not, but I feel like the fact that he knew her from back then, it could hint to that. But again,
there's a mini harem, but this is a really nice harem. It's not one of these really trashy harems or silly harem.
He's mine.
Yeah, like no. Like, this is really, really, really nicely done. And even though like I think it's obvious, the fact that we can have like discussions about this and it makes sense, you know what I mean? When you think of harems, a lot of times they don't make sense, you know what I mean? Like, the last harem to me that made sense maybe was Yui for me, like having Yui and Yuki Noshita in fucking that three-way in Snafu, where a lot of times Yui made more sense than Yuki Noshita.
Right.
I think that's the last time that I could think of a triangle that would make sense from a recent anime. So, but regardless, as much as we love shipping things, as much as I love shipping any of the couples, any of the girls with Kyoya, the reality of it is that that's not what the story about. The story is about, the fact that Kyoya's shaping and altering and helping mold the platinum generation, and it's crazy because he didn't understand like how they got so amazing. And when he goes to remake them, he's why they're so amazing. And by consequence, he's getting better. He's getting his life redone. And again, as I've alluded to in the past, every time I watch this show, I get so scared, dude, because I'm so scared. I'm waiting for the shoe to drop on the other foot. I'm waiting for Kyoya to get fucked over. I'm waiting for him to wake up. I'm waiting for him to get accused of something he didn't do, like, some type of sexual assault or something super duper crazy. because that shit is the type of shit that happens in anime like this where things are going so well. I'm waiting for shit to hit the fan, and I get so scared thinking about that dude. And it's like, bro, I don't want him to fuck up their futures. I don't want him to fuck up his future again. Like, I don't want something like, okay, you get your remake, but maybe your sister becomes a bum and she's not shit. Like there's so many different variables that could happen that you could think of that are within the realm of possibility, and that scares me when I see this because this is such a fucking nice and well done, and it's a great slice of life. I can't recommend this enough. To me, there's no anime that comes close in terms of this season, in terms of how that anime makes me feel compared to Remake Our Life. I just love it that fucking much, dude.
But yeah, definitely great stuff. It's definitely an easy top 5 in our season so far. All the other shows have a lot to catch up on to try to match them.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Another good show that we talk about a lot that actually has a shot potentially is Aquatope. You want to talk about Aquatope?
All right, yeah, I was going to talk about that next.
That's going to be the closest one, I think, in my opinion, that comes close to this, honestly, dude.
But it's definitely getting the slow build to get that big payoff, so that's always good.
It is very slow, very, very slow.
Basically, Fuka and Kukuru are talking in the back, and they're talking about the penguins, and you find out one of the penguins is more or less has these bunions or whatever their foot thing's called.
Yeah, the penguin's also 15 years old. It's also old as shit. And we get the backstory on that penguin. We find out the penguin, his name is Choco. Basically was a baby penguin when it was in the aquarium. And Kukuru was the one who named the penguin. She was with her parents. It was one of the last things they did before her parents passed away. The grandfather, who's been the director this whole time, lets her name the penguin. And that's why that penguin is so significant, because of the fact that it's the first thing basically in the aquarium besides the love of the ocean and stuff. It's the first animal in the aquarium that Kukuru bonded with, and so she has this real motherly protection and love towards this penguin, and we see that throughout the show, basically.
Yeah, but also behind all that, you find out OG is trying to get these animals adopted because he's on the mindset of trying to close the aquarium, while Kukuru is trying to save it.
Yes.
And then we see the foot bunion thing, and then Kukuru calls the vet, who is basically heavily pregnant. She's past due. Yes. Like her water could break at any minute. She goes anyway. Says, "Okay, just treat it normally right now. Get these ointments, and he'll be okay." And as soon as she was about to get up to check on the other penguins, her water broke. Big shocker. Should have called another vet.
Basic fucking Lee, bro. And at the end, like, we're jumping ahead a little bit. I'm gonna jump ahead, but basically, Kukuru gets fucking lambasted by her grandfather. Like, yo, like, I've been director for fucking years. You could have told me. I could have told you the same shit she could have. Why'd you fucking basically fuck this girl, like the vet, over, and everything that happened the way it happened? You had to close business. You fucking put her under stress. Like, she got lambasted basically, and it was deserved, but at the same time, it was innocent. So, you know, nothing too bad about that. But in any case,
right. Anyway. Anyway, that's just what the rest of the episode technically is. It's about the girl giving birth. It started okay, but we get this scene where she's like underwater. Yeah, and she sees like a future vision of a child. Like that whole scene was just beautiful.
Beautiful. I agree, dude. She closed her eyes and she experiences the phenomena, which is the big mystery of the series. She experiences the phenomena of the aquarium. She goes underwater and she sees her son. Her son is relatively grown, but her son walks up to her, and her unborn son, and hugs her and whispers in her ear, and it makes her emotional. And she wakes up from that experience.
Yeah, and she calmed down because she was like
down, and she rubbed the belly, and she knew it was okay. Afterwards, she tells Fuka, she's like, listen, it happened to me. That thing, I was underwater and I met my unborn child, and he hugged me and he said, Mama, I'm going to see you soon. I can't wait to see you. And goddamn, that was fucking powerful, dude. That was beautiful, and that was very powerful and emotional. I mean, fuck, dude, that was lovely.
It's definitely moments like those that make you appreciate the series a lot more. It's because of how they built it up. Yeah, some people might get turned off by it, but again, if you stick around, you get something beautiful, and we got that right here.
Yeah, and then also Kukuru, because she misses her mother, and because Fuka basically talks about a little bit about motherhood and things of that nature with her mom and her situation, and it makes Kukuru think. And so after the baby's born, she asks the doctor, the sensei, Like, oh,
Right.
where's the mother guide? And the sensei is like, are you pregnant? And she goes, no, of course not. I'm not pregnant. But her curiosity about motherhood and about the love of a mother that Fuka had described is also very powerful and very telling. I don't know if they're going to expound on that through this season, but it's something that to keep an eye on. And just the principle, like you said, of parenthood, motherhood, nurturing, nurturement, things of that nature. It's all beautiful and all nice themes and tropes for the season. But of course, the mystery is what really stands out. That mystery of the aquarium, the beauty, the art, the synergy of being one with nature, with the ocean, with the fishes. It's amazing. And like I said, if there was going to be an anime that may get close to remake in terms of that emotional aspect, god damn it, it's going to be fucking Aquatope, dude. Has to be.
Oh no, definitely. Again, we're a third of the way through,
Hmm.
and excited to see. Oh, sorry, no, this is a 24 episode series.
Yeah, we got a long way to go. We're one
Oh
eighth
yeah.
of the way done, buddy.
Alrighty, we're good on that one. That again, beautiful animation. This might be my favorite animation for the season for sure.
Don't disagree. Well, no, I don't know, man. Remakes also got some stellar animation, dude. Like when you really look, another thing about
It's
remake,
definitely close, but with Aquatope, it's just more breathtaking. Like you
it
get
is.
those type
All
of
right,
scenes, especially with the
yeah,
water.
that's fine. They definitely have more breathtaking scenes. I totally agree. I think in terms of animation, I think remake is crisper. If you ever look at the characters, I don't know how often you pay attention to the characters' eyes
Oh,
since
I
we
do.
try and read the subtitles. But if you pay attention to the detail in the eyes and the details of the surrounding nature, it's all like movie quality level crispness. In the previous episode where Shino and Kyoya are talking, and they're under they're under the Hanabi, not Hanabi, the Sakura, and you
Right.
see the Sakura blooming and the wind, and it's a nighttime that mix in with the lights, like that's all so vivid and sharp. And I was like, holy shit, this is fantastic. And then you see, Aquatope with its breathtaking fucking anime, again, as we alluded to, just being one with nature and the fish and the fluidity of the animation as they swim and they're able to breathe and live under this ocean in this moment. It's again fucking top quality, top shelf shit, dude. Guys, please look at these animes. Can't
Oh, yeah.
can't stress that enough. Out of all the animes, the three that we're gonna say Uramichi because it's hilarious, Aquatope because of the beauty
Slice of life.
and slice of life, and then remake because of again slice of life and story and all of that. I think that's pretty much our top three. I think that's my top three, dude, as far as I'm concerned this
Yeah,
season.
more or less, yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Let's get to the others that we're not
We
as
we 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 got a
high on.
rapido.
Yeah, yeah. We're
I
being
know, I know. Detective is already dead. Let's go with that.
Detective is already dead. A
Uh,
good episode. Good episode.
you find
Um,
out more about Yui. The real sapphire is her eye. The same stuff as
mm,
the guy from the first episode.
mhm, mhm.
And she tries to kind of kill Kimihiko, like threatens it.
Oh, yeah. So they're basically he's set up by sex. So we found, like as Matthew just said, basically her eye has a similar attribute to the ear from the guy from Specs. The eye, not only is it a sapphire eye, but the eye is able to see through things. And one of the craziest moments of the season in any of the animes, bro, like literally, like, oh, you can see through things, can't you? And she smiles and she's like, oh, did you bring that for protection? And she goes, maybe. And they fucking pull out straps. Her fucking what's his face? Ah, god damn it. What's his name? Kimi
Yeah,
and fucking Yui, bro, pull out straps on each other, and they're basically at each other at gunpoint. And fucking Natsunagi's like, "What the fuck is going on, bro?" That was a great scene. I was like, "Oh shit, someone's gonna get blasted. Let's go!" I was hyped. I was hyped as fuck for the next one.
Kimi knew Yui was hiding something. Then you find out
Yo,
like this was it. Like you lying bitch.
yo, Kimi had the gat, and fucking Yui had the strap, bro. Let's go.
Yeah. Anyway,
Let's go.
but they don't kill each other.
They don't.
Unfortunately, got them because we don't want another detective already dead.
You know what we got? We
We
got
already
another anime trope. We got the power of friendship.
yeah,
Yeah.
because the life of an idol is lonely. It's just eye candy and making money. That's all an idol is. You can't marry. You really can't fuck unless it's a one night stand.
That's so crazy, bro.
It is. It's crazy shit. And if you're old enough, forget it. Forget about it.
Yeah, but no, what you were alluding to basically is the fact that Specs set up Yui. They basically said, "Listen, if we won't go after you if you kill these guys." And Yui, did for her sake wanted to. So she started not accidentally, but under duress, worked with Specs, and basically Kimi talked to Fubi, who's the police detective, sent them to the mansion, and they sent them to the vault. And inside the vault, there was a bomb, an active bomb. And had they had gone there, no questions asked, just protected the sapphire that was inside of the vault along with the other jewels, they would have been blown to fucking shit. And so with Fubi there, they were able to disarm the bomb and basically save their asses. And then that's where we get the power of friendship that happens. They have a long conversation about the circumstance. They talk her down, and then Natsunagi's like, "Hey, let's be friends. We're all gonna go to the beach. Come to the beach with us." And very okay, let's do that. And the episode ends very nice, basically.
Oh yeah, definitely a cute episode. I don't know if it's gonna be a big contender yet, but
It's good. Like I said,
it's definitely missing something to be a top, but the potential is definitely there.
The storytelling aspect is there. And I think the sci-fi aspect of it is going to be there as well. And the animation's good as well. Animation's good. Sci-fi and storytelling is good. I think it's really going to focus on the storytelling. The storytelling that they told with Siesta and Natsunagi's heart was very, very, very well done. One of the nicer twists that we saw, and it's already basically there's a twist in episode, and that's kind of like the idea of mystery animes like that, where you want to have a new twist that maybe wasn't as expected, and that's really what hits. Like we had mentioned, we just finished watching Moriarty, and that was another thing that happened throughout Moriarty, where there would always be a different type of twist that would happen, and it would be like, oh, I didn't expect that coming, or if you did expect it, the way they executed it was still well done, and you appreciated it and you liked it. So I think that's one of the keys, and that's really going to be how well they execute that is going to determine how well the detective is dead is going to turn out. Regardless, it's still a really good anime. I'm appreciating it thus far. Just because I'm not bragging about it the way I do at Remake or Aquatope or Amici doesn't mean that this isn't a top quality anime. At this point, honest to God, all these animes that we're watching all together, Detective, Duke, Life Lesson, Aquatope, and we'll talk about Girlfriend last in a moment, Remake, and Realist Kingdom. These are all top shelf anime. This is, for as much as people are talking about the fall season and everything that we're going to get with Demon Slayer and everything else, this is a really strong season because there's so many different, strong, solid animes in various genres. And that's not including Slime. That's not including Revengers. It's not including Eternity. That's not including Vanitas. That's not including Villainess. These are all top ranking animes. All these animes we just mentioned are all in the top rankings consistently every single week. This is a super duper strong season, guys. Don't shit on this season. You're gonna find bangers in this season for sure.
All right, but there's definitely a lot of sleepers, but please wake up, basically.
Wake the fuck up and watch this shit.
All
It
right.
was good. Good episode. I can't wait to see more, Matt. Anything else on I'm sorry by the way, I keep cutting you off, but there's so many details, and it's like, it's so tough to fucking cut this off because there's so much shit that needs to be
I
told,
know. We're doing our best here, folks.
God damn it, bro. Fuck.
Anyway, we're gonna close it off with Kanojo, Mo Kanojo, Girlfriend. We're gonna throw them a bone. They're gonna be the main event per se.
This week.
But you know what? I'm okay with this because this was really fucking cute. Hilarious.
It's funny fucking, and it's so awkward and it's kind of cringy. Like, bro, like this, they shouldn't be in this situation, bro. They really shouldn't.
I know these poor girls.
These poor girls, bro.
They all should have dated each other to make it easier instead of Noya dating Saki and Nagisa separately. They should just all date each other.
I really hope what are those the fan created hentais? What are those called?
Dojin.
I hope we get a Dojin where he gets to fuck them all at some point.
I'm pretty sure it's out there somewhere. Speaking of Dojin, the manga creator Nagatoro is in deep shit with because he uses Dojins of certain characters.
Does he?
Oh yeah, I found this out a couple of days ago.
Wow, talk
Yeah,
about breaking news.
Oh man, my friend told me about this. I'll copy it to you later.
Ooh,
But
oh no.
oh my god, he has like wholesome type dojin and then gory type dojin. Like he's still doing it.
Gory like murder or gory like
Like
shaky
like cutting limbs, gory.
oh shit. Whoa. What you said coming. I was like cutting. Oh
No,
no.
cutting.
Oh no.
Anyway,
Wow, what a sidebar.
on to the episode. Noya is passed out after Saki eventually got back to the apartment. They eventually made up.
Yes.
Talked about what stuff she could do. So
Yeah.
Nagisa and Saki bond while Noya's passed the fuck out because he's such a champ for everything he tried to do to help her.
He's super simp this week.
But anyway, they decide to play games, and then you find out, yeah, Nagisa has about 1,000 hours in this Call of Duty ripoff game, and you find out why, because she fucking sucks. She gets shot.
She's the drizzling shits for our wrestling fans out there.
Yes, but every death was hilarious with how they showed it. Just falling down right away, getting shot as soon as the screen loaded.
Oh, she's so bad though. She's like 1994 Giant Gonzalez.
And eventually, as soon as she tries to do something, she shoots Saki instead. I couldn't help but laugh.
Yeah, that was funny. I was like, wow.
So they talk about, they talk about how they're rivals, but they want to be friends no matter what. They eventually form a friendship. This makes Noya happy, and they were talking about the streamer who was like, "Oh, she's only doing this for her big boobs?" And like, "Hey, wait a second! There's a school uniform, our school uniform in the background."
Oh shit! She goes to our school, but they don't make much of it.
Yeah, but they noticed the thumbnail changes the next day, so they probably found out. And you see her. Her name is Rika. He's like, "Hey, why are you guys sneaking around? Is this a little freeway type?"
No, so you skip the fact that they're having lunch very peacefully.
But they know that it's in the gym. It's in the gym store. So
they take lunch, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, we're protected. No one's gonna find out. I locked the window." What happens? She forgot to lock the fucking window. So Rika jumps in, and they're like, "Oh, like there's a nice back and forth between them, about they're etchy, da 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 da." They go back and forth, and then Nagisa the whole time knows, and she keeps trying to say like, "Hey,
yeah," but they kept cutting her off. Saki's trying to threaten her, and Noya's like, "Here's $2,000. Go." How does he have all this money?
Is 200,000 yen really 2,000?
Yeah. 10. No.
I thought it was 20,000.
Yeah. No. 10. No. The 10,000 is $100.
Oh, okay. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. So yeah, the 200,000 yen. $2,000. $2,000 to make Rika go away.
How do you have all this money? I keep it on me just in case these moments. Like, what the fuck?
In case I get blackmailed for having a freeway relationship. That just happened a couple of days ago. Not even a week ago yet. Actually, no, it's been past a week now. It's been about 2 weeks. He saved it for such an occasion. Like he knew it was going to happen eventually. But Rika's like, I make more money than this in a week, so I don't need your life savings. Fuck off. Fuck off. And then Nagisa finally talks, saying, "Hey, are you that streamer?" Like I noticed.
What you talking about?
Well, the big boobs make it obvious, and that you had a uniform in the background. That's why you freaked out. And then Saki's like, we had this as an advantage. We're gonna blackmail you now. And then they're like, no, you're not doing that. Just we're calling it even. And Rika's like, fine, but I want Noya. I want to be in this also. It was a 4-way, so I want to date Noya. And that's how it ends.
And that's how it ends, dude. No, it was funny as shit, dude. I fucking laughed hysterically at that whole twist.
Take notes, Rent a Girlfriend.
Yo, for real, right? You know something? I was gonna mention, when I was looking at the animation this week and I was looking at Naoya, bro, his eyes are fucking creepy, dude. Like his eyes, they look like abusive eyes. Like if you ever look at
a little bit, I'm looking at him right now as you mentioned that.
Yeah, dude, like if you look at his eyes, like bro, like he looked like possessive as fuck. Those eyes are super possessive, in my opinion. And that turned me off a little bit to seeing because of how intense he is. He's innocent. Like guys, let's be honest. It's a really odd dynamic. It's an inappropriate dynamic that in American standards would not fucking fly. What the fucksoever. But given it's anime, given it's Japan, like it's okay. But like, bro, when I look at this guy's fucking eyes, like they look so fucking possessive. Like if they were like, bro, like if there was any other character trait besides the nice innocent trait that he has, like and his with his intensity, like, bro, I would be dead ass scared for these girls with looking at those fucking.
Right?
I would be super scared. Like, bro, are you okay? Like, is he abusing you? Like, does he sodomize you at night? Like, it looks like
Yeah.
it.
I mean, he also voices Rengoku, so that creepy stare comes into play here.
Oh, is he the same
He's
Seiyu?
fucking Rengoku, yes.
Oh, I forgot to say that for the Seiyu for remake, by the way. The girl for Eiko is the same girl that plays Yui, the same girl that plays Rem. Like, bro, like she just
Yeah, and realist hero, what you call it?
hero.
Kazuya. He's Senku from Doctor Stone, and he's Subaru.
Like, yeah, bro. Like, no, but I was really just making the point. Okay, that's cool. I get that, but like the point is just like the girl just she constantly get girls that are gonna get rejected because we basically alluded to the fact that Aiko's probably gonna get rejected. Like, bro, if I was her, I would definitely fucking ask for some sort of lead character where she gets the guy that she wants instead of being the rejected girl. Anyway, we digress.
All right. Anyway, closing thoughts for summer this week.
Like I said, Girlfriend was hilarious. I can't wait to watch Uramichi. And I can't wait to watch Slime. We'll review those next week. Again, guys, I sound like a broken record, but god damn it, this is such a good season, especially the ones that we go in depth on. Please, if there's any of the animes that we talk about, like all the ones that we go in depth, the ones that we're sharing, whether just any of those, I just please watch it. You will be thoroughly pleased. I guarantee you. If out of
and we will happily talk to you, whether it's public, private. We'll happily talk to you about why we recommend it.
yeah, for sure, dude. So another great week. And I'm looking forward to what this week holds. By the way, speaking of Rem's voice actor, we have a fan question.
We're gonna answer this after this final commercial break.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Hey folks, PC Tony here. Thanks to our new partnership with Angry Lemonade, you can save 10% on physical products and digital commissions using the promo code ChairShot. Head to angrylemonade.net to check out their amazing catalog of products and services. Use the promo code ChairShot to save 10%. That's angrylemonade.net.
All righty, we're back, folks. And then this is our final section of the evening. We have a fan question.
We have a fan question from our favorite, not so favorite, admin Marte from Eat the Cake group. By the way, I guess we'll talk about it in the plugs, but I might as well bring it up here since Marte is one of the admins for the group. Matthew is a mod. I'm an admin for our progenitor for this anime, Eat the Cake Anime. If you search us up on Facebook, Eat the Cake Anime, you'll see the background is still the tribute to the wow, fuck the Demon Lord anime, the mangaka who died, Demon King Academy. Anyway,
right.
Please go on there, add us, add yourself there. That's our community where we freely talk about all things anime. There is a question in the ad. Did you hear us from there? Please say yes. We'll shout you out. All of that. Anyway, Marte is one of the admins along with myself and Matt, and he wants to know who are our favorite waifus. And who's the best waifu from ReZero? Is it going to be Amelia or is it going to be Rem? Or is it going to be Beatrice for those who like lolis?
I love how those are the only two options.
I mean, do you want to... Who's the other girl that's a guy? That could be an option. That's an option.
Felix?
Felix, yeah.
Oh, I love Felix. Felix, yeah.
Felix is kawaii. For sure.
Yeah. And it's a knight, and he heals.
Bro, Felix... Is Felix the ultimate trap in? That's one of my. The ultimate trap.
Tosuka from Origaru.
I thought you were gonna say the one character from
Asphalto or something like that.
No, I thought you were gonna say the character from the anime you watched last season and the season finale.
Which one was that?
Damn it, the one from that was the Konosuba made by Konosuba people.
Oh, the Chimera. No, that's because Tiger Man's the fucking man. Tiger Man don't care.
Tiger Man. No,
he
but
prefers it that way.
So, Totsuya, you said from fucking Origaru. Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah. Man, the creator knew that he would have won. That's why they toned him down in seasons 2 and 3 to like a background character. Because you knew he was gonna win.
Bro, the yaoi vibes are so real between him and Hachiman. Like, bro.
He was fine for it. I would say, you know what? I am okay with this. Please give me.
That would have been odd, but I would have loved it too. Like,
I
would have laughed to see Yui and Yukinoshita lose to a little boy character that like is the little trap character.
Again, he was fucking adorable. I would have. Fuck.
Oh my god, man, that was funny.
God damn.
Between Felix and Totsuya. Totsuya, right? Tosuka, my bad. Go minute, say.
All right. Anyway, we're gonna go with the ReZero. We have Felix, we have Ram, we have Rem, we have Beatrice for the lollies, we have Emilia. Please, not that little girl, for the love of God.
Yeah, no, please. You sick
no.
fucking people.
And Frederica. Well, we can add her too. That other maid, the animal.
Oh yeah.
Frederica. She counts if you're a fairy.
Oh, but what about what's her face too? Any of the witches?
Oh, Echidna. Oh,
Echidna and bro, a lot of those witches.
Yeah, I don't think I.
Echidna's the main one. Echidna one is the main one. Satella, if you're into creepy fucking death.
I mean, yeah, no, that's just creepy. That's a yandere. If you're into yanderes, oh man. By all means.
I mean, bro, to me the easy answer is Rem. I'm gonna go with Rem just because I mean, at the end of the day, Subaru's an idiot. Because Subaru likes Emilia, and I like Emilia. A lot of people don't like Emilia, especially if you're on Team Rem. You hate Emilia. Like I don't.
Well, what's the thing though? I just because Rem wasn't that great of a character in season 1. That's why people don't like her. Because she was just a crybaby, more or less.
I didn't mind it though.
I guess she was still good though, but that was one of the main reasons why people didn't like her.
Rem sold me when she basically tried to sell Subaru a perfect future. Literally, let's run away. Let's make babies. I want to be the mother of your children. I love you.
Yeah, no, she said no to run away. She said she would have loved it, but no, it ain't happening. Sorry.
And then he said no, and it's like you're a fucking moron. Because Emilia doesn't want any of that. Emilia, especially in season 2, she got exponentially better in season 2, which is why I don't mind the ship now between Emilia and Subaru, even though I'm still Team Rem. I don't mind the ship now because of how amazing they are in season 2. Yeah. But I mean, goddamn, bro, how you fuck that up? That's just bro, you know how many people I would kill to fucking have a woman present
a Rem?
A Rem. Bro, I would love a fucking Rem. Golly, fuck.
No. She's a great character, and I can't wait for her to come back eventually.
I hope so, and I hope she won't.
Ram is like the little sister that you just want to suffocate because how she says these horrible things, but you still love her.
Yeah. So I think we're both Team Rem. Are you saying you're Team Rem too?
I love Emilia, but yeah, I gotta go with Rem.
Yeah, we're both.
Emilia's a better character, but Rem is the better waifu material because we're judging this by waifu. So
yes, that's the key.
Yeah, we're not doing better character.
Not better character. Yeah,
better waifu material.
Obviously, the character that does stuff is going to be better than the character that's comatose. But
she can't feel what's going to happen next.
Oh, hey, no.
She can hear it though.
He has to say yes. What the fuck, bro? He has to say fucking yes. What are you gonna do? Fucking hold her mouth? Yes, super.
She can hear everything.
No, you nasty son of a bitch. I can't.
Don't do that, folks. Please.
We at Talk to Keki, our Team Rem. We at Talk to Keki do not condone fucking inappropriate fucking non-consensual acts of sexuality, including having sexual intercourse with comatose bodies.
We're fucking around. Please, we do not condone it at all. For the love of Christ, especially when they're comatose.
If you do it, blame Matt because he's the one who actually made that joke.
No, we're gonna blame Emilia.
God damn it! All right, so that's our ReZero waifus. Let's just go real quickly. Who is your overall waifu? We talked about this before, I think, but let's just reiterate. Who's your waifu?
You first. I need to think about it. I need to actually think about it.
I always my waifu is easy, and again, for those who haven't heard any of my other previous rants about Clanad is the anime that has shaped my like slice of life. It's shaped my life as a whole. Just godly, bro. Like just I love Nagisa, bro. Just in terms of everything that she stands for, the type of girl that she is, the type of struggle that she faced, the type of girl that she is to Tomoya. I mean, fuck, bro. She is truly like touching, and her relationship and how it develops, how she gives birth to Ushio. As someone who I'll be very candid, as someone who's had two miscarriages with two different women in my life, and then the desire for me to have children, like just seeing that dynamic, how she gave birth to that girl through and the struggles that that family faced. It means the fucking world to me to see her, especially at the end. You know, you'll if you watch Clan Ed, you'll go through so many different emotions, and you'll feel fucking heartbreak on exacerbating pain in your heart just watching this show. But the way Nagisa is portrayed, the way she acts, especially in the end as we get closer to the season finale of After Story, I can't stress it enough. If you ever want the most down to earth, centralized, down for her man, beautiful, touching, sweet, innocent, loving girl, fuck, you have Nagisa though. Like it's got to be Nagisa. Very close to me would be freaking what's her face, Toru from Fruits Baskets, because she's another one that's on that same level.
Right.
But because of the impact that Clanad made for me, like I'm gonna always say Nagisa is my waifu for fucking life, in my opinion.
Right. No. I agree on that one. Anyway.
What about you, Matthew? Now that I got my sad story out the way and I opened myself up to our audience more.
Mine's just basic. It's Android 18 or Lapis Lazuli. The real name. However you want to call her. I'm sorry. Like, she's a badass.
So I know you fall on the LGBTQ spectrum, Matthew, for those who don't know. So does she follow on that because she's not really a woman?
Well, she's a cyborg, so.
But I mean, she's not. She's not biologically a woman.
Well, she was one at first.
She was a cyborg at first.
No, she was a human. Then Jiro.
Was she human?
Yeah.
I thought they were all synthetic.
No. 17 and 18 were human until Jiro got to them.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then and modified them.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they technically are. Yes, Lazuli was a girl. 18 was a girl. Like she was a human girl, and now she's a cyborg girl.
Oh,
and like I said, if you once you get past that, yeah, she's a badass. Even after the Cell Saga, she's a Karen mother. She loves Krillin no matter what. Krillin is the true champ.
Krillin punched the fuck up. You talk about punching above your weight class when you get with somebody who you have no shot of getting or don't deserve to be with anybody. God damn it, that's fucking Krillin, bro. Like
I'm sorry, he was a fucking
Krillin is the real MVP.
He fucking won. He's a champ. Not Kakarot, not Vegeta, not Dead Gohan. Fucking Krillin.
Yeah, dude. Oh, speaking of DBZ, real quick. I know we didn't do a news section this week because we're even though we still probably going a little long, but due to time constraints, we didn't do a news section. New DBZ movies coming out in 2022. They announced last week that the new DBZ Super movie is coming out. It's going to be featuring a superhero of some sort. Some speculation it might be Great Saiyaman. Some disappointment along with that speculation, but I'm looking forward to it. Just wanted to throw that little tidbit out there. And while we're talking about news, another quick tidbit for those who like Vinland Saga, they mentioned that season 2 is going to retain the majority of the workers that worked on season 1. So you're going to expect more of the same quality that the fans and you guys appreciated with season 1 of Vinland Saga. Any other quick news and notes, Matt?
No, I think that's about it for the quick news. I really get a chance to read anything. Mm-hmm. But like I said, we told us our waifus. I said 18 is, again, badass woman. Androids are awesome. And then great mom, great fighter. And again, loves Krillin for who he is. And that's just amazing. She could have had anybody. Nope, Krillin.
Yeah, and I'm going.
The human punching bag
Human
gets the hottest babe.
You know something? At least he's not Yamcha.
Oh, no. He's married to Fidel and has a kid.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
go.
oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
I mean, Fidel's great, but
We
the
don't
fact
even,
that she's married to Yamcha.
you know what? You don't deserve your plugs. Let's just end this podcast right now. All right, guys. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, all right. We're wrapped. We taught our cake. We ate it. We're full of cake. The Talk to Keki is closed. You can follow me at DamionPhoenix12 on Twitter. You can see my anime nonsense, wrestling nonsense. You can follow me on my AJ All Japan Pro Wrestling podcast, Suwama Station. We are on YouTube, and we want to thank Chairshot Radio for having us on there.
Mm-hmm.
As there are multiple lovely podcasts with wrestling and entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
We are fulfilling the entertainment section with anime.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to thank W2M Network for being there with us. Thanks, Sean, for the editing.
Even though he's trying to fucking get us to shorten up.
Hey, now.
Whatever.
We're being professional here.
I'm always gonna. Today's take little digs at Sean Day. He'll only listen to this one. He'll go it. So I can't wait to hear it.
He says it out of love.
By the way, Sean, I haven't gotten my clips of fruit baskets. You son of a bitch. God damn it.
That was being edited out.
That probably will be fucking edited out. But I want my fruits baskets clips. I want them.
So it's time for a basket of fruits: apples, oranges, limes. Give it to him already.
Oh Lord.
Anyway, do your plugs, damn it.
Damn it. You can find me on Twitter at Showstopper24, SHOSTOPPA24. You can catch me on my anime Instagram, AI_anime24, ianime24. If you go in the link tree, you can find all of my links there. You can find my other podcast Instagram as well, podcast.senpai. You can catch me on there for some more content as well. Within the link tree, you'll find all of my podcasts. Shout out to the Orlando Tragics podcast. You can find us on SoundCloud, Apple Music now, and Spotify. You can find me on MMA for Mark. Shout out Andy. We are on YouTube for that one, where we talk about the latest and greatest in MMA and combat sports. And of course, you can find me here on Talk to Keki. Any other news and notes?
No, we did our thank yous.
I meant to say plug. God damn it.
Anyway, arigato, enato ofaku, and sayonara.
Sayonara, minasan!